want to ask you, Reena Gupta, where does the AAP stand on free ration? Would you be supporting the government's decision to give 3 more months of free ration to a number? We won't go to the exact number, 80 crores is what the government suggests, but either way, a substantial number of people below the poverty line.
So Rajdeep, first of all, I have strong objection to this term which has been coined by the Honorable Prime Minister, Revdi. These are not Revdis. Prime Minister Modi or the Bharatiya Janata Party is not giving anybody out of their largesse or out of their pocket. This is tax revenue which has been collected by the government, which needs to go back to the people in the form of basic services that the people of this country need. So on one hand, you have the Modi model where corporate taxes of 11 lakh crores have been waived off. And then you have the Aam Aadmi Party model where we are saying that with this tax money, the people of this country, the people of, should have access to free and good quality education, free and good quality health care. And in a place like Delhi, which is hot 9 months in the year, you also need access to 200 units of electricity, which is a basic human right. Now, the problem is when the Prime Minister, the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Prime Minister should get its language right. When the Aam Aadmi Party promises these things, they say ye revdi hai. Recently Mr. Amit Shah went to Gujarat and said ki sapna dikhane wali party aa gayi hai. So clearly they are rattled with the politics of Aam Aadmi Party, where we have shown that we actually can deliver on our promises, and that is the reason why.
But you support the free ration scheme. You support in principle the free ration scheme, am I correct?
But we support, but this should be a right. It should not be as if they are doing anybody a favor or an ehsan कि हमने आपको फ्री का राशन खिलाया. कोई अपनी जेब से नहीं खिला रहा है किसी को फ्री का राशन. ये जनता का टैक्स का पैसा है जिसको आप यूज करके जनता को बेसिक चीजें मुहैया करा रहे हैं. So I have problem with this attitude that everything that they give, they are doing an ehsan to the people of this country. Each one of us, whether it's rich or poor, pays taxes. Somebody who buys a bag of salt also pays taxes. And at one point, you are waiving off taxes of the corporate houses. And when Aam Aadmi Party government gives basic services to the people, they ridicule it and say freebie hai.
Okay, let me, Mr. Poonawalla, you will be struck from both sides. Both these parties are raising questions. There are questions over India's status in the Global Hunger Index. 101 out of 116. I know that the government dismisses that figure, but that's the figure that's been put. 101 out of 116 Global Hunger Index. The point that is being made both by Supriya and Reena Gupta is that this is a government which will also give corporate tax waivers. Those are not Revdis, those are not benefits. Vedanta has been given a deal along with Foxconn for Gujarat, which again involves a large number of subsidies given to one corporate. That is not Revdi. I want to know from you very clear, how do you square up the fact that you're giving all these benefits, free ration? I think everyone believes that the hungry and the poor in India must get free ration, but we are still ranked 101. So there is an acceptance in a way that we haven't been able to solve the problem of food security.
Now there are 3 people I'm answering questions of, so please give
me
I
asked the question to them.
But your questions
no
are longer
snide
than
remarks, sir. Let's move on.
But anyways,
on
that index where India is 101 apparently, where is Sri Lanka? Above India? You buy a country which can't have any resources today, and it depends on us, on other countries for food. You buy that ranking. The other ranking, why don't you take with the IMF report which says that extreme poverty was kept under 1% because of this free ration scheme? So you want to selectively take a report, that's okay, you can do that. Now, secondly, let me come to a larger point. Please, Reena ji, I am answering 3 questions, please. Have the patience.
Please get this fact check, there's no report.
Rajdeep, we can have a civilized debate.
1 minute.
Reena ji says that I will give 1,000 rupee allowance to every woman in Punjab. Very good, you're not giving it in Delhi, but you want to give it in Punjab. This is at a time when Punjab has a debt of 3 lakh crore, which you knew it had the debt of 3 lakh crore. Discoms are in a terrible position. Now they can't even pay the salaries of the employees of Punjab government. In PGI hospital, they have stopped the free treatment meant for the poorest of the poor under the Ayushman scheme, not the Ayushman Bharat scheme, but the Ayushman scheme, where they could not provide that. What is the priority? To give somebody who can afford or has a higher class 1,000 rupees per person or per woman, or to give the poorest of the poor health facilities? What is the priority? Secondly, they say I'll give free water. Free water, तो ठीक है. Delhi में 20% people in the unauthorized colonies have piped connections, so they have to rely on tankers. Where is the free water? And those who get free water also, it is so dirty, it can't be. It's not potable water. So instead of giving 24 hours supply of clean water, you promise them free water and you give them nothing. You promise 500 schools, you build some classrooms, and in that you do corruption. Now let me come to Supriya Shene ji, because I respect her on her economic knowledge. Supriya Shene ji, you gave 49 lakh crores as social spending and as capex spending in 10 years. Out of that, 13.9 lakh crores was subsidy spending. We in 8 years have done 90 lakh crores, out of which 24.5 lakh crores is a subsidy on food, fuel and fertilizer. Please tell me who's caring more for the social welfare of the people. Secondly, between 2010 to 2014, 4-year period, they constructed how many houses for the poor? 25 lakh. We constructed 1.25 crore houses. Is that revenue or is that welfare of the people? Should people not have houses? Why didn't you construct it? You say that there were so many people poor, we have to. This is actually a reflection on your empty promises of Garibi Hatao. Garibi kisi ki nahi hatai. अब हट रही है क्योंकि we are giving them free Ujjwala Yojana scheme, we are giving them free gas connections, we are giving them free toilets, we are giving them free houses. This is why today the poor are being sheltered from the onslaught of two crises.
Before I get them to respond, do you also concede amidst all this, amidst what you said, 80 crore, your own government's figure of 130 odd crore Indians therefore deserve free ration at the moment? That suggests 2 in every 3 Indians at the moment needs free ration to, in a way, get food security. You accept that? When the Congress brought in the food security scheme under Dr. Manmohan Singh, the BJP had raised questions over it. Today, that scheme, in a way, is what you're taking to the people of this country. Is there an acceptance of that or not?
Today, inflation is at an all-time high across the globe because of 2 crises. One which has led to supply crisis of food grains because of the Ukraine-Russia war, and one that has led to another crisis in the COVID. Because of that, there's a crisis in supply as well. These 2 crises were existing during the 2004 to 2014 tenure, and at that time, let me tell you what was the kind of inflation we faced. In India, we faced 2-digit inflation, we faced double-digit inflation, 10% inflation, 9% inflation was the average inflation. So what was the Aam Aadmi getting at that time? Today, to shelter the most vulnerable sections and ensure that food security is there at a time when you are facing global crisis, 2 global crises, what is wrong in it? Are they opposing it? And secondly, if I give a loan to a person through Mudra, they have a problem with it. 18 lakh crore rupee loans were given in 60 years, and then in the next 4 years, 36 lakh crore loans were given, taking the NPA to the highest levels. Today, the NPA, gross NPA level is the lowest, 5.9%. It's the lowest in the last 6-7 years. Ms. Supriya Shene has a problem. At that time, you were giving phone-alone loans. Today, the loans are given to poor people through Mudra scheme. The major beneficiaries are people from the SC, ST, OBC community. They have a problem with that, and they say that is revenue.